If you're using a walker and you have narrow doorways to get through in your house, it can be very difficult to get your walker through those doorways, and you may actually be doing something with your walker that you thought was helpful, but is actually dangerous. I'm going to show you what that is and how you can overcome that so that you don't have a fall. I'm Dr. Sean, your PT guy. In our videos, help you learn how to move better and stay independent so you can enjoy your life. Let's get started. Disclaimer! Now, if you're using a walker and you have large doorways, then you can just walk on through there with no problems. But if you have narrow doorways, which happens if you have an older house or a manufactured home, then your doorways are not as big or as wide. Oftentimes they're 24 inches. And on the bottom of our walker, the width between the outsides of the wheels to the other outside of the wheel is oftentimes either 24 inches or a little bit more than that, which means if you have a doorway that's 24 inches and your walker's 24 inches, you're not going to be able to get that walker through. So let me put this at 24 inches here. 24 inches. Let's get this right about right. That's good. Okay, so I've got 24 inches right here, 24. And the walker oftentimes will not be able to go through. Let me show you. So when we have a 24-inch door frame and our walker is 24 inches on the outside with these wheels on the outside and these nuts right here, then our walker is not going to be able to get through these doorways very easily. See, I'm smashing into the door frame here. There's no way I can get through just going straight like this. So what a lot of people actually suggest is you take the outside wheels and you switch them out and you put them on the inside, which makes the walker more narrow. So let me go ahead and do that and show you how to do this. You take those little push button things off. So I'm going to switch it from the right to the left and come onto this side. Push down. Make sure it's set to the right height. So that one's good. And then the other one, we're going to do that. So we push down, set, and now the wheels are on the inside. So these wheels are on the inside, which means now if I take this straight shot through, I can come right through with ease. That's great. It's a solved problem, right? Well, yes, but there's a dangerous aspect about this. Now, let me explain what's going on and why it could be dangerous. Now, while putting those wheels on the inside of the walker seems to make sense to solve the problem of getting through the door, we also have to think about what that's doing in everyday mobility using the walker. If we are using a walker, we're usually lacking a little bit of stability and balance. So we need to maximize our base of support to make sure we're the most steady. Now, think about like a pyramid. A pyramid has a humongous base of support. It's fatter on the bottom and it comes up to that peak, right? But if you think about like a tall cylinder, well, that's very tall, but it does not have a good base of support. A pyramid is not going anywhere, but a cylinder can blow and move around. So when we put the wheels on the inside to make the walker narrower, we're actually causing that base of support of the walker to be narrow by about 2 or more inches, depending on how large your wheels are. And that 2 or more inches of a decrease in base of support is going to, or could very likely, make that base of support on your walker a little bit more less stable and less reliable. Does it still work? Sure, it still works. Does it help you get through the door? Yes, it can help you get through the door. But is it dangerous to some people? Yes, it's actually dangerous because some people oftentimes A lot of people need to maximize their base of support when they're walking using the walker, and a stable walker is much more helpful than making a walker a little bit narrow. So that's important to know. So how do we actually get through the doors? Can we get through the doors in another way while still keeping the wheels on the outside? Yes, I'm glad you asked. And there's a couple ways to do that. Let me show you what that looks like. Now, to keep the maximum stability of our walker with the wheels on the outside, we still can get through narrow doorways. We just can't take it head on. We actually have to take it sideways. So when you come up to the doorway, you're going to come up, you're going to turn to your side, and you're going to spread out your legs, and you're just going to slide the walker through as you're going along. And it slows you down a little bit to do this technique, but it keeps the stability of the walker, and slowing us down a little bit isn't always a bad thing. I need to be slowed down a little bit. So, and then from here, you turn it around and you just head on straight through. In order to come back in, same thing, you don't take it head on because you can't. So you come on the side, you bring your walker out like this, you're gonna bring it through, slows you down a little bit, and there you go. That's how you can still conquer this narrow doorway using the walker, but maximizing the stability of the walker and reduce the risk of a fall. Speaking of falls, if you want more tips and training on how I teach people to prevent falls, you can find that training in the link in the description below. And if you want more videos just like this one to help you learn how to move better and stay independent to enjoy your life, click the subscribe button down below, and we'll see you in the next video.